Hello, I'm Amber Uper, and this is a model kit review. And for today's review, we have a model, 1/35th scale model of the armored car, the BA-20ZD. And I believe this is a Soviet armored car from World War II, and perhaps from before World War II. These probably were around before. This particular one comes with a set of railroad wheels, and I believe it comes with road wheels as well. I believe this kit is made in Poland. It's made by RPM, and as best I can read from what's on the box, it comes from Warsaw. Since almost none of the writing is in English, it's kind of hard for me to interpret. This is the kit. Now let's take a look at the side art here, and it shows it in 3 different languages. And it just says model kit suitable for ages 6 to adult. Contains decals and instructions for assembly. Paints and plastic adhesive not included. And I'm assuming that that's this and this in those languages. So then we look over here, and here's some more of the kits that they make. They're box art. And then you've got the art at the end of the box, which both ends are the same pretty much. So let's open up the box. Now this one, the lid comes off the box like a normal model. And let's see what we got here. We have instructions, and we have parts, and we have decals. So let's look at the instructions first, then we'll get to the other stuff. Alright, so here's your sprue. Looks like we got 2 sprues. And here's, it says there's 4 of these. This is your track work for the rail line. And let's see, got that. And you turn this over. Here's your painting instructions. This is your decals. It can be done either as a Soviet car or a German car, depending on who was holding on to it at the time. So, let's see if I can make some sense out of these instructions. Well, here's your track. This is how you build the track using the parts that they supply you with. Okay. Alright, here we go. 1. Assembly of the motor, right here. And then assembly of the frame and the suspension and putting the motor in. And then let's see, other details, your radiator, your seats, other parts of the motor, like the air cleaner and the manifolds, and you got your headlights, and you got either regular wheels or your railroad wheels. So, and we have here, this is your turret, machine gun turret for the top of the armored body. And let's see, what do we got here? Here's number 5, which is putting the body together, armored body. And number 6, putting all the parts onto the body, your doors. And I'm not really sure what that is. I'm sure it's in the, well, this is the instructions, so I have no idea. Here's your turret. Your window armor for the windshield, your grill armor. It's really all there is to the instructions on this. There's basically 2 pages of the same instructions. So that's all you get for instructions with this. Let's do that, get them out of the way. Alright, let's look at what's in the box. First, we're going to pull the railroad parts out. So we got 4 of these. And this includes your 4 railroad wheels that go on to the armored car, if you want to make it that way. And ties, and each one has 4 ties and 1 piece of rail. So it's enough to make enough track for your display anyway. All the little parts that go with it. So let's put these off to the side. Let's look at the first. Let's look at the decals. So as you can see, this has decals for German or for Russian. for the BA-20. All right. Then let's look at parts. Here's one sprue. This is your body, the main part of the body. Your armored sides. Let's see, this is the top of the body. This is your hood. Oh man, I'm not sure. That one might be, well, it's obviously not the turret because this is the turret, so this might be either the front or the back or something. It's a little hard to tell. Here's, oh, that's what that was on the instructions. Spare tire goes on the back. Here's your doors. This is the floorboard here. Let's see, what else do we have here? It kind of looks like a gas tank there. There's a machine gun for the turret. And let's see, here's the front piece for the turret that the machine gun sticks out through. And we turn it over here. See maybe some detail on the back here. Okay. Well, here's your dash and the inside of the windshield. And here's this is from the outside. Okay. So that's one sprue. Here's another sprue. And this is your road wheels. And you got springs here, front and back springs. Not sure what those are, but it's probably the hubs because there's 4 of them. And here's your motor parts. I believe that's parts for either the front end or the rear end. Must be the rear end because here's the front axle. You got your radiator, or not radiator, your exhaust pipe and muffler here. And this is your drive shaft with the centerpiece for the rear axle. And let's see, here's one of your bumpers. Here's the frame itself. Let's see what's on the back. This is the radiator. So if we look at the back, we see that the radiator. We see these things. I bet these are just the hubs that go into the wheels. So there's a steering wheel. That's pretty much all there is to this kit. But then again, it's it's an armored car, and it's not a particularly detailed interior, but it has some interior details. But that's most of the parts. This is your manifold and air cleaner. So what else is in the box? Here we have this thing here, which is your display base. And I would guess that you would put your rails across this flat spot here. Let's see what we got here. The railroad ties are about that long, so that's how that would go. Probably room for a couple of ties here laying off to the side. That would need to be painted, obviously, and it's a bit staticky. So there it is from underneath. So you can see how they did that. And of course, if you really wanted to, you could use it like this instead of having it like this. And perhaps that's how it's supposed to be, is like this. I don't know. Maybe. Since the tie's sticking up here. But let's put that back in the box. And let's see. Here's your 4 sprues with your railroad ties and rails and the railroad wheels. And your detail parts for the frame and motor. And all of your body parts. And then we have the instructions here. And the top. We'll throw the decals in too. And here's the top of the box. And there it is. That's my review for the kit for the Soviet BA-20ZD in 1/35th scale as produced by RPM. Thanks for watching.